Commander Zethkar of the Hegemony watched the tactical display with growing unease. 3 red dots moved through the outer rim with methodical precision, leaving nothing but debris fields in their wake. What the humans called a routine patrol had already eliminated 7 pirate strongholds, 2 slave markets, and a rogue military installation, all within the span of 48 standard hours. Status report. Zethkar clicked to his intelligence officer Vrex. The human vessels are maintaining formation, sir. U.S. Retribution, U.S. Perseverance, and U.S. Inevitable. 3 heavy cruisers, standard Terra fleet configuration. Vrex's mandibles twitched nervously. They've just entered the Corvin system. Zethkar's blood ran cold. The Corvin system housed the notorious Crimson Syndicate, a criminal organization that had plagued the galaxy for decades. What the Hegemony couldn't accomplish with entire battle fleets, these 3 human ships were treating as routine maintenance. "Patch me through to Admiral Chen aboard the Retribution," Zethkar ordered. The holographic display flickered to life, revealing a middle-aged human woman with steel-gray hair and tired eyes. She wore the simple blue uniform of Terra Fleet. No decorations visible except for a small pin shaped like Earth. "Admiral Chen," Zethkar began carefully, "your patrol route seems to be comprehensive." Admiral Chen smiled, that peculiar human expression that could mean anything from friendship to impending doom. "Commander Zethkar, yes, we're running a standard security sweep. Pirates have been getting bold lately." "Standard?" Zethkar's translator struggled with the inflection. "Admiral, you've eliminated more criminal organizations in 2 days than most species manage in decades." "Have we?" Chen looked genuinely surprised. "Captain Morrison, how many targets have we engaged?" A younger human's voice crackled through the comm. 17 confirmed, ma'am. All hostile, all verified threats to civilian shipping." Chen nodded as if discussing the weather. "Seems about average for this sector, Commander." "Is there a problem?" Zethkar stared at her. "Average. The humans considered this average. Admiral, perhaps you could explain your methodology?" Chen's expression shifted slightly, and Zethkar recognized the look from diplomatic briefings. The humans were about to explain something they considered obvious. "It's simple, really. We identify a threat. We assess its capabilities. We eliminate it." Chen paused. "That's what patrols are for, isn't it? Keeping the shipping lanes safe?" But the Crimson Syndicate had been running slaves through the Vega corridor for 30 years. Chen interrupted, her voice hardening. "They were processing children, Commander. Children." Zethkar watched the display as the 3 human ships entered Corvin space. The Crimson Syndicate's fleet was impressive, 40 vessels including several captured Hegemony dreadnoughts. Against most enemies, it would be overwhelming. The humans didn't even slow down. "Inevitable to retribution," came another voice. "Scanning reveals approximately 300 civilian captives aboard the Syndicate vessels." "Recommend precision strikes." "Acknowledged. Begin liberation protocols." What followed wasn't a battle, it was a demonstration. The human ships moved with mechanical precision, their weapons striking with surgical accuracy. Engines disabled, weapons systems neutralized, life support maintained. In 17 minutes, the entire Crimson Syndicate fleet was drifting helplessly. "Perseverance to Syndicate vessels!" Admiral Chen's voice echoed across all frequencies. "You have 30 seconds to release all prisoners and prepare for boarding. Resist and we will demonstrate why Terra Fleet doesn't negotiate with slavers." Zethkar had seen many species surrender. He had never seen an entire criminal empire collapse in under 30 seconds. "Admiral," he said quietly, "your people's definition of patrol seems expansive." Chen turned back to the display. "Commander, let me tell you something about humans. We spent millennia fighting each other over scraps of dirt and drops of water. We know war. We know cruelty. We know what it's like to be the victim." Her eyes hardened. "So when we patrol, we don't just look for immediate threats. We look for patterns, systems, organizations that prey on the weak." She gestured at the tactical display. "Every single target we've hit today was involved in either slavery, piracy, or genocide. Some all 3. But how do you accomplish so much with so few ships?" Chen's smile returned, and this time Zethkar recognized it. It was the expression of an apex predator explaining hunting techniques to prey. "We don't fight fair, Commander. Fair is what got billions of our people killed in the Terran Wars. Fair is what lets evil flourish while good beings suffer." She leaned forward. When we patrol, we bring everything. Every advantage, every weapon, every piece of intelligence we've gathered. Because the alternative is letting monsters hurt innocent people. The display showed rescue shuttles launching from the human ships, heading for the disabled syndicate vessels. Medical ships, not Marines. The humans weren't here to conquer. They were here to save. One more thing, Commander, Chen said. Tomorrow we're planning a patrol through the Veil Nebula. Intelligence suggests the flesh merchants have been expanding their operations there. Zethkar's translator nearly overloaded. The flesh merchants were worse than pirates. They were the stuff of nightmares, dealers in conscious beings treated as commodities. Admiral, the flesh merchants command hundreds of ships. I know. That's why we're bringing 6 cruisers instead of 3. Chen's image began to fade. After all, it's just a routine patrol. The transmission ended, leaving Zethkar staring at empty space. Around him, his bridge crew worked in stunned silence. Sir, Rex whispered, should we warn the flesh merchants? Zethkar considered this. In the past hour, he had watched 3 human ships accomplish what the combined fleets of a dozen species had failed to do in generations. He thought about the children in those slave ships now free. He thought about the families who would never see their loved ones return from pirate raids. No, he said finally. I think we should warn the galaxy. The humans are on patrol. The tactical display showed the 3 human ships jumping to hyperspace, already heading toward their next destination. Somewhere in the darkness between stars, monsters were about to learn why the galaxy had learned to fear a simple phrase. Terra Fleet is conducting routine patrols in your sector. Routine. The word had taken on an entirely new meaning.